I think I can tend to struggle with this too, where I'm putting my faith and trust in a future
Yeah.
rather than the contentment I can experience in Jesus.
Honestly, what is the deal with Christians these days? That's what we're here trying to figure out. It all starts with authenticity. Ew, buzzword. Gross, I know. But on this podcast, you'll find two brutally honest Christians talking about real world problems. And it all starts with something very private and personal: the Christian's prayer journal. That's right, we're steering through past journal entries we've written that address real Christian issues and applying the gospel to every difficult situation. Expect us to see different perspectives, different insights, and why they might be relevant to your life.
Last note on this, I have a phrase in there where I say, I'm tired of these idols. I'm so tired. I'm tired of replacing you with a million other things. I'm exhausted. And what I think is so helpful to point out about that is chasing after idols actually makes you exhausted. Well, why is that? Because the thing that you think is going to come true for you, like whatever you're worshiping, that you want, maybe it's success or fame, right? Like I think I can tend to struggle with this too, being someone who, loves progress and dreams big and wants to make an impact, where I'm putting my faith and trust in a future
Yeah.
rather than the contentment I can experience in Jesus. And so it's so helpful to remember. We have to remember that the only God that ever comes through is the one true God.
Yeah.
None of these false idols and false gods that we're trying to put our trust in, they never come through. They always exhaust us and tire us and don't deliver at the end of the day. They
Yeah.
might for a little bit, but they're not going to be ultimate. Do you have any thoughts?
Yeah. It's interesting how you mentioned how, especially in your case, you're always kind of looking to the future when it comes to this, progress, success kind of paradigm. And that definitely resonates with me. A lot of times idols in my life kind of force me to look, in the past or in the future. And I often don't really find myself very present, I guess, in what I should be doing now or what God might be trying to teach me in the now or leading into his presence in the now, in the present. That's really cool. And it's kind of almost ironic how you talked about how you're tired of all these idols, but at the same time, like, they're still there, to a certain extent. A lot of times, the same thing for me. It's kind of a process of getting those out of my life, but like, I don't want them, but I do want them. And that might kind of refer to that constant tension, struggle in our lives here, in this earth,